This is about finishing strong. The Steelers need to win the games they're supposed to win. That's what they did last year. If you look at last year, I don't have the point spreads in front of me, but if you look at them last year, there are 2 losses down the stretch where to the Bengals, which I'm pretty sure they were underdogs at home, and they lost to the Ravens at home, which I think they might have been underdogs in that game as well. I'm not sure. And those are division games, but they took care of business in the ones that they were supposed to win. They started off beating the Saints. They took care of the Colts, the Falcons. And that's the same kind of thing that the Steelers need to do. Starting with this week.
Yes.
They need to take care of business against the Packers.
They need to take care of their business. This Green Bay Packers team is not all that great.
Yeah.
The Steelers
now, their defense has been doing a nice job because I saw something today that since week 5, the team that's allowing the fewest points is the Ravens, the team per game. Then the team that's allowing the next fewest points is a tie between the Steelers and the Packers.
Right.
This is across the NFL. So that's been going for them. And they beat the Rams because the Rams had a guy at quarterback that now isn't even on their team anymore. He got released today.
Right.
So they're coming off a win. The Steelers are coming off the mini bye, the 10 days rest. That's good for them now. In a few weeks, we're going to talk about that being bad because I don't know if people realize this. When the Steelers have to go to Cincinnati, they're playing Cincinnati coming off of a mini bye, which royally sucks that they have to go to Cincinnati after they have some rest there. But that's a couple weeks down the road's problem. First things first, getting it done against the Packers. So I think the over-under with this one is something like 36. The one for the Titans game, man, the Steelers were favored by 3. They won by 4. The over-under was 37, and the total was 36. It's almost like the odds makers know what they're doing now. So that's you want those things, as long as they're closer, that shows that they're getting it right. So, Rich, anything you want to say about this game before you get to your score?
Other than what Steeler Chick brought up, update on Minka.
They said
on Minka is that he is not on IR,
and they're going to look at him this week to see if he could possibly practice. They haven't ruled him out, but they haven't said, "Oh, he'll be back and be fine." Coach Tom said the same thing kind of about Montravis Adams, who left the game.
Yeah.
So that's all you got there. So, all right. So what else do you want to say about this game? Are you ready to get to your score?
Oh, I'm ready. Let's go to scores.
Okay. So remember, just a quick reminder, because there's people I saw score float out there. No. We will bring up everybody's score, but you've got to wait for me to actually put it in the live chat before you do. I don't give my score because I'll give it in the preview Thursday night. I did give it last week because there was no preview. But Rich, how do you see this shaping up? Oh, and for those of you getting your scores ready, if you don't put a team, we assume you mean Steelers. How do you see this one shaping up, and what do you have for your score?
I'm going as the Steelers, same style of game they've been into. But this time I'm going to show a little more confidence in the Steelers. And I don't know that it's that I have more confidence in the Steelers. I think I just have a little less confidence in the offense of the Packers. Mm-hmm. I just think their offenses, they are in worse shape offensively than the Steelers are even. So I'm going to go Steelers 21, Packers 14.
21-14, going with all TDs. Well, or maybe some field goals and 2-point conversions.
Actually, I'm leaning more towards some field goals and 2-point conversions. Yes.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I just put it out there for everyone that you can go ahead and put your scores in there, and we will bring those up. Wow, people there, man. Everyone gets ready.
Everybody's trying to beat Thomas Riley to it, and they did.
Yeah, there you go. So we got George going with 23-17 Steelers. We've got Afton going out there 23-20 good guys. We've got Sean Manahan going 23-13 Steelers.
Sean, that was almost my score. That was almost what I said.
Because I'll ask you this as the scores are coming in. This one, to me, feels a lot more of a must-win than some of the other games. This isn't a game that you can – if you drop a game like this then you've got to win one that people really aren't expecting you to win.
Yeah, that's
in order to make up for it. If you want to make the most of your opportunities, this is one you need, Steelers. Kathy Ford, she has 27-23, so we got the mother-daughter combo both in there. They both have a 23 in there, but they're not for the same team. So that's 27-23 Steelers. Steel Dog 88's got 27-17 Steelers. Here you go. Thomas Riley, Steelers 24, Packers 24. He's going for the tie again. Steelers Freak says 17-10. That's the same score as the Ravens game. Says Steelers grit yet again. Okay. Christopher 11, he's saying it's going to be a breakout week. 30-11 Steelers. Man, boy, wouldn't that feel good, Rich?
Would feel good, but I don't necessarily see it coming yet. So
I'm not saying that the Steelers can't get to that kind of game. I knew they weren't ready for that kind of game several weeks ago. They're getting closer to that now. That could maybe be something that we see the first Sunday in December. But they've got to get there between now and then, because this is a team that we're dealing with a growth issue again, just like last year. Okay. Paul Schirf, sorry, that hadn't come up on my screen yet. I was trying to remember. Okay. He has 23-20 Steelers. Steelers Pittsburgh 20-17 Steelers. Joseph Donovan 26-13 Steelers. Thomas Potts says 13-10 Packers. Gavin Anthony says 28-17 Steelers. Steeler Chick 46. Ooh, sorry, Steelers Chick, that I got all tongue-tied there. 21-17 Steelers. Mr. Stiller fan has 24-16 Steelers. State of the Steelers, Daniel J. He's got 26-13 Steelers. J and 1 says 24-20 Steelers. Here you go. Mark Tobin. 28-0 Steelers. Guaranteed victory. I don't like to hear the word guaranteed victory because that's when a team loses. Okay. I don't want to guarantee this just because, the Packers defense, I haven't broke down the numbers yet, so I look forward to doing that for Stat Geek to see really, really where they match up and see how that goes. Wes, he already said before he doesn't believe anymore. He's got 31-13 Green Bay. Keep going with that, Wes. You didn't believe last week and they won. So I'm okay with you not believing. Maybe that's your strategy. I love it. John Walter says 24-21 Steelers. Jeremiah Yoder says
that was just for you, Jeremiah.
Just for you, Jeremiah. 27-11 Steelers. Randy Wagner agrees that it's a must-win. Crow 74. Now, see, technically, Crow 74, 27-13 Steelers. Didn't want to jip you that one. Technically, the only real must-win is when you're eliminated if you lose. Or makes it where you don't control your own destiny. That's technically what I always look at as a must-win. But this is one of those that is as close to it's the kind of game they really, really need to win.
I don't want to call it a must-win. What I like to call it is a can't lose. You can't lose this game.
You summed it up perfectly. This is one you can't lose. You got to find a way to get this one done. 10 days rest. Come on, Steelers. Brent Howell says 23-13 Steelers. Denver Ash says 27-13 Steelers. Thomas, we already had his. Tyler W. 28-16. Finally a dominant win. It would be nice to have that. Mr. Wires, I'm going to say. Yep. Yeah. 23-16 Pitt. Although that's the college team. I think he means Pittsburgh. He was trying to be quick. World Traveler 70 says 23-17 Packers. Sean Mahoney says 31-17 Steelers. He says, and that the offense finally puts up 30 plus. But does the offense put it up if there's maybe a defensive touchdown? No, but oh well. Foot's big, right? 20-13 Steelers. Did Randy Wagner have one before? I can't remember. Because he said, can the Steelers score over 19 points? Steelers 19-17. Sherry Richards, she's believing. She's got 31-16 blowout coming. Okay. Jennifer Jennifer's even more. 51-0 Steelers. Can't stand the Packers. That's funny. Oh, you found the next one. Thank you.
Gotcha.
Big C, 1913 Steelers. Do we have another one? Oh, yeah, that's something I forgot to say. The big announcement today at 3:00. I actually predicted this, so that way it made the article a little bit easier for me to publish while I was at the meat market. Was that the Steelers are wearing their throwback block uniforms for this game, which I like. They won with them last year on Christmas Eve, so hopefully we can see that again. John Stevens says 20-10 Packers. You might want to change that after hearing about the block uniforms. And then Kevin Colbert Sr. Sorry, I said Kevin. I know Kelvin. It's Kelvin Colbert Sr. 35-17 Steelers.
He gets you every time.
He gets me almost. But I don't remember hearing a score from Kelvin for a while. So that snuck up on me.
Good to see you back up there, Kelvin.
Yep. So, all right. Looks like that's our scores. I'm excited about this one. I like that it's at home. I like that it's on the short week. I don't want this to be a get-right game for the Packers. This needs to be a get-right game for the Steelers. Okay? You've got to keep doing it. The offensive line's starting to roll. Keep rolling with that offensive line. Keep rolling with that running game. And defense. It's a struggling offense. So much so, Coach Tom didn't even really – he mentioned the quarterback's name but didn't even talk about him during his press conference. That was a first for a long time. Steelers defense needs to go out there and get the job done.
Yes,
so,
they do. So.
Yep.